Hey! Happy New Year, everybody. We did it. We made it. Let's talk about the Switch in 2022. Cool. So, the Nintendo Switch celebrated 5 years in 2022, and they put out a lot of really great video games. And we're going to talk about some of them. We're not going to talk about all of them because there were a lot of games. So I'm going to just kind of break it down into some of the games that I personally played, enjoyed, liked, reviewed on this channel. And then after that, we're going to kind of talk about the future of AndyB Plays and kind of what we're going to be doing around here. Because as you can see, it's a little bit different. I kind of changed some things up. I like this new little setup I got going on. I like the ambiance I got. It's cool. I like it and stuff like that. But enough about me. Let's just go ahead. I dropped that. Let's just go ahead and start talking about video games on the Nintendo Switch in 2022. Was it a good year? I think it was. I think it was a fantastic year, actually. Not the best year per se, but definitely one of the best years we've ever had for the Nintendo Switch. It was one of the best years for me personally on the Nintendo Switch as well. So we're gonna go off this list that I've created and kind of just go step by step, one game by game, I should say, kind of going down the list of games that I liked and enjoyed a lot in 2022. This is not a top 10 list. This is not a top 15, 20, whatever list. It's just my personal favorites. They're not in any order. They're just games that I really liked in Nintendo on the Nintendo Switch 2022 that I think you should play if you haven't already. So let's just get right into it. All right, so first up on the list is Kirby and the Forgotten Land. This is a game that I played and reviewed for this channel. If you want to watch the video, you can click on the link below, go all into it. This was Kirby's first kind of like open world type game, but it really wasn't an open world because it was kind of like a sandbox type situation. There's different worlds, you can go into them, you can play them and stuff like that. They offered all different types of abilities for Kirby, all these different types of things that you love about the Kirby franchise, and added kind of some interesting elements to the game. If you've played it, you know it's great. If you've watched my review, you already know how much I loved the damn game. It was fantastic, so much fun, really pretty, looked awesome on the OLED, loved it so much. You need to go and check out that game. I want more Kirby games like this because this game was so much fun. The exploration was awesome. Finding all the hidden items within the world was really cool, interesting, and just I liked the story of it. It was just very kind of like dark in a way, stuff like that. I don't want to spoil it. I know the game's been out. It'll be about a year and 2 months from now because I can't believe it's already 2023. Can you believe it's 2023? Can you believe it? I can't believe it. I still can't believe it's 2023. But Kirby and the Forgotten Land, fantastic game. You guys need to check it out. Go and play it. Next up on the list, we got Pokemon Legends Arceus, which actually came out before Kirby and the Forgotten Land. But again, like I said, there's no real order on this list. So Pokemon Legends Arceus was really the first Pokemon game to go open world, sort of. So they kind of structured it a little bit like how they did with Monster Hunter. So you could go to these zones and run around and have free exploration, and there's a bunch of new elements of the game, a lot of quality of life improvements. I'll tell you what, one of the best playing Pokemon games of all time. Super fun, fantastic, cool, interesting story, bringing us back to Sinnoh, you know, before we jumped into the remakes, or it was after the remakes of Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. But it was just so interesting because it was, like I said, all brand new. The game just introduced you a whole bunch of new ways to play, whether it was actually seeing all the Pokemon in the overworld, throwing your Pokeballs at them to catch them, or even just running around in the open world, and even you personally having to dodge wild enemy encounters. It was awesome, so much fun, fantastic, and it leads directly into Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, which also launched this year, or 2022, sorry, a couple months ago, which kept some of the quality of life improvements from Arceus, but then also kind of got rid of some of them, which was really weird. Not really sure why they got rid of the throw your Pokeball to catch the Pokemon aspect. Thought that was awesome. Why'd you get rid of that? It was fantastic. Bring that one back, or whatever you got coming next, whatever it's gonna be, whatever. Scarlet and Violet was interesting because it was the first real open world game. They didn't care one iota where you went. You could go anywhere you want in this giant world. There is no level scaling, unfortunately, though, so you can beef up your mons a little too much before you go and battle some of the gym leaders and everything like that. Again, you can catch my review in the link below. I'll have a description. I cannot talk tonight. I'm a little rusty. This is my first YouTube video of 2023. I took like a 4-week break, almost the entire month of December off, so I can kind of just rejuvenize myself a little bit. But anyway, yeah, go check out my review. It's down in the link in the description below. Click the link. Thank you so much. Moving on, we got Xenoblade Chronicles 3, which I didn't talk too much about on this channel, and I didn't think the game was that great. Now, whoa, I know, I'm gonna get a lot of flack for that one, so we're gonna step back real quick and just talk a little bit. The game's cool, the game's fun, it's awesome. I don't like the auto battle feature. I thought it kind of threw me out of the experience a little bit. I don't know why. I'm a classic JRPG style fanboy. I love turn-based style battling, and it just wasn't really my thing. I didn't like having 8 players that were just running around doing stuff like that. And honestly, I know this is gonna sound a little stupid and silly, but the world was just too big for me. I am a husband, a father, I have a kid. I like games that I can get into and get out of quick. Now, Pokemon is an exception. I know I put over 100 hours in that game, but it's because it's Pokemon. Xenoblade Chronicles 3, might go back to it one day, I might not, I'm not sure. Enjoyed the little bit that I did play, maybe like 8-10 hours, but it just didn't grab me, it didn't catch my attention the way I was hoping for, and I'm sorry for all you purists out there, do not come at me. Or you can, I don't care, it'll be fun, we can argue all day long in the comments, I love that stuff. Moving along is Splatoon 3. I didn't play it, did not play it, let me say that first. I wanted to, but again, going back to me being a husband and a father, I don't have all the time in the world to be able to just hop online with a group of people and play and do all these different things competitively. It's why I kind of stopped playing Xbox and even PlayStation, because the Switch is so great because I can bring it on the go and stuff like that, but I didn't have a lot of time to play with friends, and I know that the single player in the game wasn't that great, but the reason I added it to this list was because it sold like hotcakes that first weekend. Remember, it broke all those weekends in Japan, and I just thought I should mention it because it was one of the best games to come out on the Nintendo Switch for 2022. I'm still thinking about going and getting it and trying it out and stuff like that, but by this point now, it might be a little too late. So, I don't know. Heard it's fantastic, heard it's a lot of fun, just wasn't a game that I got around to playing. Moving on, next on the list we have Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes. Again, another game that I reviewed right here on this channel, which you can go and take a look at down in the link below. I have all these reviews from these games from 2022 in the description. Another fantastic game. Really had a great time playing through Fire Emblem 3 Hopes. Loved the fact that it was a different perspective. You know, you play as a whole brand new character, but you're playing right alongside all of the characters from three houses. So you're playing right along with all the characters, you know, you've got Byleth, they're back, and then you've got Edelgard, Dimitri, Cloud, they're all back. Cool, different stories. Really enjoyed that, but it's different because it's Dynasty Warrior style gaming. It's not like your typical Fire Emblem. So what do they call that? Muzo? Not sure, but I loved it. Had a fantastic time for it. Again, check out my review down in the description below. So this one's interesting too, this next game. Bayonetta 3, but I also included the physical copy of Bayonetta 1 because 2022 was the first year ever that you could get an actual physical copy of Bayonetta 1 in America for the Nintendo Switch. So that came out a month before Bayonetta 3 did, and you know I had to cop that. So I have all 3 of them. It's actually the black cases that are right there. I don't really like that it's not red. Kind of drives me nuts. Whatever, so cool to own all 3 of them physically. I think that's really cool. Bayonetta 3 though, fantastic freaking game. I have the Masquerade Collection sitting right there. Loved that game so much. The only thing that kind of took me out of it was the Jean levels or Jean levels, and then also playing as the new character, which her name escapes me at the moment. But anytime you play as Bayonetta, Cereza, it's fantastic. The battles are absolutely insane. The new combos are so fantastic. A lot of the new demons you can control are so cool. I loved it so much. Loved that game. You need to check it out if you haven't already. If you're a fan of old school God of War, Dante's Inferno, Devil May Cry, you need to check out Bayonetta 1, 2, and 3. All available on the Nintendo Switch. Moving right along, we have Nintendo Switch Sports. A lot of people I talked to personally wasn't the biggest fan of the game. My wife and I loved it. We had a great time. We'd invite some friends over, have a couple of drinks, have some fun. It was awesome. And they updated it. I think the golf part is out. I didn't do too much research for this video. I know, great, I'm an awesome Nintendo YouTuber. Whatever. So anyway, this game's it's been out. The game's out, it's fun, it's great, it's fantastic. It's not as good as Wii Sports, obviously, but it's still something on the Nintendo Switch that you can play with your friends and your family. Everyone can be involved. It's great. You gotta check this one out as well. Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga blew me away. Hey, where'd the Switch go? Come back. Come back. Hey, come. Hey, there. I thought I lost her. I thought they were gone forever. Anyway, Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga takes you through all 9 movies played in Lego Star Wars fashion. There's not much to say about these games. They're fun. If you like the Lego Star Wars franchise, pick this one up. It's great for all family and friends. whoever wants to play it, kids, your 90-year-old grandpa, if you like Star Wars and you like Legos, hop in there. It's fun. They changed some stuff around, you know, they added some dialogue and stuff like that. They have memes in the game from all the years of all the Star Wars lore. It's so much fun. It's so cool. It's not like a broken record because I can just keep saying how awesome and how much fun all these games are, but they really are. And that's why I highlighted all of them, because I think that this is a really great year for Nintendo Switch. 2022 was awesome, and these games just prove it. Triangle Strategy and Harvestella, the last two on my list. So Triangle Strategy was a strategic action RPG from Square, Team Asano, the guys that did Octopath Traveler. It's so much fun, but it's another one of those games where you have to sink hours into to get the full completed story. There's multiple different endings. You have the scales of consequences, all these different types of things. It's a fantastic game. It's gorgeous. It's that 2D, 3D, HD, whatever art style, 2D HD art style that everybody really, really loves. You know, just like Octopath Traveler 1 and 2. We had Live Alive that just recently came out also in 2022. Cool, fun game. Check that one out as well. It has so much depth to it. There's so much going on in the story. There's a lot of dialogue, and I know a lot of people don't really like that kind of thing. So if you're into strategic RPGs like Fire Emblem, Final Fantasy Tactics, you gotta check this one out. Now, Harvestella is a game that I had on here that I didn't play a lot of, unfortunately. I only played the demo. I never got around to getting it because it came out like early November, I think it was, and it was right, you know, before Christmas, all these different things. So I kind of put it on my backlog, the back burner. I'll pick it up sometime this year. It's so intriguing because it's like a farming sim plus, you know, it's also got elements of RPG and stuff like that. And it's so pretty. Like, it's just really gorgeous on the Switch. It just looks fun. I like the way the character models look. There's a lot of just interesting things happening in there. The story was really cool. They had a demo out that you could play, and you know, it would just continue on into the game once you picked it up, and it was really cool. And I know a lot of people really, really liked it, and I'm thinking about picking it up one day. And I actually lied to you guys. I said Harvestella was the last one on my list, but there was one more that came out, and it's a little late in the year, and that is Final Fantasy Crisis Core Reunion. Holy crap! This game blew me away. I'm currently playing it right now. I'm not too far into it. I did not play it on the PSP, and I'm not a Final Fantasy VII fan. So this game's amazing. I can't believe. First off, this is running on the Nintendo Switch, okay? I'm gonna put some gameplay footage that I captured myself against some enemies that I battled, you know? I cannot believe that this game exists for the Nintendo Switch, and it runs as well as it does, and it makes the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet situation that much worse, because people were saying that we're almost 6 years now into Nintendo Switch lifespan, and it can't run games worth crap. Well, then pick this game up, play this game, because you will see that the Nintendo Switch is still kicking. It's still really great. I love it so much. So yeah, those are the games that I personally liked and enjoyed and played in 2022. If you liked any of those games, leave a comment below. Let me know which one of those are your favorites. Give me your list of games that you thought were fantastic on the Nintendo Switch in 2022. Obviously, there were so many games that came out, and I wasn't gonna sit there and talk about all of them because there's like 100 games a year that come out on the Switch, more even sometimes. I think there's like over 4,000 games on there, but those are the ones that I personally enjoyed. So leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you like those. But now let's get into the meat and potatoes of this video. I've been making YouTube content for this channel for the last 3 years. 2023, January 12th marks the 3rd year anniversary of this channel existing. If you caught my update video at the beginning of 2022, you'll know that this channel has changed quite a bit. Started off as Big Boy Little Boy Gaming, it switched to Babylon Gaming, and now we're AndyB Plays. And it's the last time you're gonna see us switch, because if I ever decide to stop making video game content, this channel will no longer exist. But for the time being, I will continue as AndyB Plays. And I want to say thank you so much to everybody for giving me a fantastic 2022, my very first year as a solo content creator. I didn't give all the time in the world to this channel. It wasn't even my main focus. It was always just a hobby of mine. And I almost hit 400 subscribers in 2022. I started off with only like 78. So to get to almost 400 subscribers in 1 year, that blew me away. I never thought that I'd ever have videos that hit 3,000 views. I never thought I had videos that hit 10,000 views. I do have those videos, and it blows me away that there's so many people out there that have seen my content, that have heard my voice, that have seen and listened to me talk and rant about video games. I love it. Thank you. This is why I like making this type of content. I like talking to the camera, I like talking to you, having these conversations about video games, because this is my passion. I love video games, and I want to continue talking about them. So for 2023, we're going to continue on, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to keep making videos. We're going to keep making content. We're going to keep playing games for the Nintendo Switch. And I'm going to convince every single one of you that the Nintendo Switch is one of the best gaming consoles of all time until its successor eventually comes out sometime maybe later this year. I don't know. But thank you guys so much for following, liking, commenting, subscribing, everything. Seriously, this is so much fun. I love making videos. So happy to be back. Welcome to 2023. Keep on gaming. Peace.